something interesting. I have a bulb in my hand. If I flick a switch, the bulb will illuminate almost immediately. But the same can't be said if the bulb is millions of light years away. But quantum physics always seems to defy common sense. But everything we see works on the principles of classical mechanics. But when things get very small, like photons and electrons, they follow the principles of quantum mechanics. According to quantum mechanics, two particles can have their quantum states linked so that the particles can be perfectly correlated. What? Let me explain. All fundamental particles have a property called spin. This spin can be up or down when measured in a particular direction. No, the particles don't actually spin. They just have angular momentum, which is a characteristic of spinning objects. An analogy then. Exactly. Now, if I have two particles and measure their spins, there is a 25% chance for each of these possibilities. But two spin-ups and two spin-downs can't be an outcome because the total angular momentum of the universe must always be zero. So here we can conclude that there is a 50% chance for these two outcomes. This means that two entangled particles will always have opposite spins. But how do these particles even know? Do they have secret codes? Nope. You see, in their natural state, the particles exist in a state of superposition. Huh? It means that particles don't always have a defined spin to begin with. They are entangled. So that is like tossing a coin and the coin landing like this. The particles are found in an entangled state and only when measured do they show a defined spin. With entangled particles, when one of them gets the defined spin, the other one immediately gets the opposite spin. And this is quantum entanglement. So somehow the information reaches the other one faster than light. But Einstein's theory of relativity clearly states that nothing can be faster than light. It bothered scientists for quite some time, but the quantum world somehow makes it happen, and it has been proven by a lot of testing and experiments. This happens on a very small scale. So why do we even need to be aware of this? That's a very good question. Well, for one, it could be very useful. A leading theory suggests that some birds use quantum entanglement to keep on track when they migrate with a protein called cryptochrome, which may contain entangled electrons. Australian researchers also created a quantum microscope which has an entanglement-based sensor that can revolutionize medical technology. Maybe understanding quantum entanglement is the key to completely change the world. Maybe even find a cure for coronavirus.